fantastic.
Well, hello from Montreal. I'm Bob Babinski, and I'm here with Elias Makos.
And we're here to show you how to shoot video, edit that video, and then send that video back to the plant.
And we're using the iPhone 4, but it's exactly the same as the iPod Touch. Yeah, so what's the impact of the new technologies in your life?
Well, I would definitely say that it probably makes me busier all the time.
Well, there's good and bad impact. It makes me very lazy.
I have pretty bad time management skills right now.
While some institutions may be slower than others to adapt to the new realities of the new technologies, the fact is that they all now have to adapt. In Montreal, I'm Bob Babinski.
You know, it doesn't take long to put a streeter together on the iPhone. So let's start with the basics and how to record on your iPhone or iPod Touch. I'm going to start by pressing the home button. And once I'm on the home screen, I'll see the camera app. The camera app comes with every iPod Touch and every iPhone. I'll just tap it to open up the camera app. And once I'm in the camera app, I want to make sure of a few things, okay? First off, I want to be in landscape. So turn your camera over so that you're in landscape mode. We do not want to shoot video in portrait. We always want to be in landscape. Next up, I want to make sure that the camera app is shooting video. So you'll notice a little slider in the top right corner. Just make sure you're on the video capture. I'll tap that again, make sure I'm in video capture. And then once that's done, couldn't get any simpler. I just need to focus my image and also set the white balance. And on the iPhone, the iPod Touch, I just need to tap my subject. I'll tap on Bob's head once. It'll put him in focus. It'll give us a white balance. And then I'm ready to record. So in order to record, the big red button, let's tap on that. And it'll start to record. So Bob, how you doing?
Hey, no comment right now.
So a very simple recording process. I want to stop that recording. I'll press record one more time. It'll stop the recording, and then you may have noticed that animation where the video went into the bottom right corner, and that's where I could look at all my previous videos that I've recorded. Let's watch this. And it'll start to record. So Bob, how you doing?
Hey, no comment right now.
So a very simple recording process. Yeah, very simple indeed. I can press on done to get back into my camera app, and I can record some video again. So there you go. Very simple, easy process on recording video on the iPod Touch and the iPhone.
A couple more things about capturing video. First off, as you saw, I like to hold the iPhone as close to my head and eyes as possible. The visual line is really important, and that should give you a good one. I've also bought myself this mini tripod. I found it online for $5, and here are the sticks. It comes with a clip as well. Extremely important to help you steady the iPhone when you want to shoot. As well, with this clip, you can actually put it onto a full-size tripod as well if you have one. One thing I've got to mention is the microphone, which is on the side here of the iPhone, is very good. However, in noisy situations, it picks up a lot of sound, and particularly with wind, it's actually going to cut into what you're recording. So you want to avoid noisy situations when you're going to be recording like this. You want to avoid wind, and one way to get around it is to go online again and get yourself an XLR microphone adapter for the iPhone, which you can do and is not too hard to find. It'll cost you, depending on whether you get a knockoff, somewhere between $30 and $60. Finally, one other thing I like to do when I'm recording interviews is I make sure I stop at the end of each answer, and I'll start recording again with my next question, because that'll help when you're at the point of identifying your clips and trimming them. And now it's time to go back to Elias to talk a little bit more about identifying and trimming those clips.
So I'm here in the camera roll. I'm just rewatching the stuff I shot earlier in the day. And from within the camera roll, I can actually isolate the clips that I want and make some trims. So very simple to do, and it will help you out when you get into iMovie. So again, just tap on the screen, and that'll bring up the timeline. Again, I can press play to watch this.
Well, there's good and bad impact. It makes me very lazy, which is the bad impact. Like, let's say I'm in class and stuff.
So let's say I want the beginning of this video, and I can easily trim that. Again, just tap on the screen, bring up that timeline, and then press and hold one of the ends, okay, one of the ends of the clip. And when you do that, you'll see it turns yellow and a trim button pops up. So when you see that trim display, I can actually just press and hold, and now trim the clip. I'm going to trim a substantial portion of the end of this clip just because I know I'm not using much of it. And do that. Again, just click and hold. And then when you press play, it'll let you watch the trimmed portion.
Impact of the new technologies in your life.
Well, there's good and bad impact. It makes me very lazy.
So again, I'm just going to drag little ends here, the yellow ends, trim it a bit. And once I'm happy with my trim, very simple, just tap on the trim button. It's going to give you two options, either to save this as a new clip or trim the original that's in your camera roll. Just to be on the safe side, I always like to choose save as a new clip, so I'll click on that. Trimming this video won't take very long at all, just take a couple of seconds. As you can see, it's already done. And now I've got a new shortened version of this clip that I can bring into iMovie.
Okay, so we've captured our video, we've actually identified our clips and trimmed them. Now we want to be able to assemble them and send them back to the plant. And for that, we're going to suggest you use the iMovie app. Here's Elias with more on that.
So once we've trimmed our clips in the camera app, we can now organize and put together our streeter using iMovie. So iMovie is a relatively cheap $5 download on the App Store, and I'm going to use iMovie, and I'll always put it into landscape mode because I find it works a lot better that way. And in iMovie, it's very simple. It tells you right from the start we just need to tap the plus sign to start a new project, so I'll tap plus. And once I've tapped plus, it's going to ask me to select a theme, but the theme is not important since we won't be using any of the theme elements. So just select any of them and click on Done. And now we'll be into the main iMovie page where we can insert media and record stuff from our camera. Now in our case, we're just going to insert stuff we've already recorded. So I'll click on the bottom left corner, and this will allow me to select the video that's on my iPhone or iPod Touch. So I've got my video here. Now I know I want to start off with this clip of the chain smoker, so let's tap on him. And it will insert it directly into the timeline. So it's pretty simple. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the clips in the right order that I want, just one after another. So let's just repeat the process here. I'm going to tap on the bottom left corner. I'll go grab the second clip of this interview with a woman that we did. Immediately after, let's go get the other clip. So I'm just repeating this process. I'm going to select our other interview we did. And then right at the tail end, we're going to insert Bob with his clothes. And there's Bob. Tap on him. And now they're already in the right order. And as you can see, I can now scroll through all these. And if I tap on play.
Yeah, so what's the impact of the new technology?
Okay, so if I tap on play, it'll start to play it back. You'll notice, though, that there are some transitions that have already been placed in by iMovie. Now, we don't want to cross-dissolve. This is what it's going to look like.
Busier all the time because I'm always...
Well, there's good.
Okay, so in our instance, we don't want those cross-dissolves, so it's very easy to eliminate them. I'm just going to double-tap on the cross-dissolve and then select None. Okay, now if you did need a cross-dissolve, it is here that you would set the length. I'll click on Done, and as you can see, my cross-dissolve has been removed. I'll double-tap on these other cross-dissolves, just remove them. Same process again. So you can see just a little bit of repetition here as we brought in the clips and now remove the transitions. So here you go. I've just put them in the right order, and they're ready to go. If I click on play, I'll get
Yeah, so what's
a preview of what my project will look like. Okay, so I can just scroll through. The red line you see is the playhead. So wherever I click on play, it'll start to play from that red line.
The fact is that they all now have to adapt. In Montreal, I'm Bob Babitsky.
So voila, I'm done. And once you've done this editing in iMovie, we need to export the clip. So I'm just going to go back into my project view by clicking in the top left corner. And you'll see I've got a list of all my projects. I've only got one project in iMovie. And in the bottom left corner, there's an export button. So we're going to click on that. And it's going to allow us to select the size, the quality of the export. You know, let's click on HD 720p. It's the highest quality, and we'll get a very, an excellent HD quality file size for you to use. And this exporting process just takes a few seconds, so I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so we've done the export, and after the export's done, we just want to go find this video. So it's located in the camera app, so I'm just going to go back to my home page. Let's tap on camera. And in the bottom corner here, I have access to all the videos that I've done. So here's the exported Streeter that we finished. And now we've got a couple of options. You can plug this into your computer just like you would any digital camera and transfer the file over a USB cable, but if you're in the field, we can also email the clip. So a couple of things about emailing the clip. One, it's got to be 1 minute or less in length. And two, you will lose a bit of quality because it has to compress the video. So I'm just going to tap on Email Video, and it will compress the file. This won't take too long, but again, you lose a bit of quality, but it's worth it considering that you can now email this from anywhere on your iPhone or on your iPod Touch if you're connected to Wi-Fi. And once I'm in the email app, it's going to automatically bring me there. Just need to type my address. Tap on Bob. And as you can see, the video is attached. Okay, I can title it. And click on Send. And once I do that, it's going to send the video in the background, and we'll be done. You'll get a little indication when the email is sent, and it'll take you back into the camera app. So that's it. Pretty simple and easy way to send those files back to the plant.
All right, 2 closing thoughts for you. First off, we just talked about taking the video material off the iPhone, putting it onto your computer with the help of a USB cable or the iPhone cable. Make sure that you have the software on your computer that can read digital photos when you bring that kind of thing in from your digital camera. Same software will work.
And when we talk about trimming and editing your clips, you may find as you get more comfortable with iMovie that you can be more precise and be more accurate if you do those trims within the iMovie app. So you can bring video in directly into iMovie and do it from there.